Welcome back, and you're watching Markets at Noon on ET Now. It's festive cheer, festive season is here, Navratri is going on. We do have the Shahra, Diwali, everything that will be coming up. But how is it shaping up on ground? What is happening on ground? Where is the demand trend coming in, whether e-commerce or on retailers front? Today, we are joined by Satish Meena, advisor at Datum Intelligence, and Praveen Khandelwal, National Secretary General at CAIT, to talk about the trends that are shaping up. Very good afternoon, gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining in with us. Mr. Praveen, I'm going to start with you. Let's talk about the trends that we're seeing coming in on the retailers, on-ground situation. Are we seeing a festive cheer this time? Should we expect a festival season to be better than what we saw last year?
Of course, because after a great long time, maybe after a spell of 3-4 years, now this is the first year when traders across the country are having no fear of any epidemic or something like COVID. So therefore, there is a good sentiment, not only among the trading community, but even the consumers as well. And therefore, we expect that that in this festive season, which will go up till 23rd of November, the day of Devuthan Ekadashi, during which we have series of festivals, around 3 lakh crores of rupees spending will be done by the consumers across the country. So definitely it is going to boom the retail sector. And one thing which is more important is that now the traders and the consumers are shifting to social commerce beside the mainline shops in the bazaars instead of e-commerce. So they are using optimum usage of social media platform, and traders are having their online shops, and the neighborhood concept of the shops is going to increase considerably. So therefore, there is a good sentiment, and we expect a good business up to Diwali in a very large manner.
That's the on-ground situation coming in from the retailer side as well. Satish, let's talk about what is happening in the e-commerce front as well, right? Do you think that is also seeing an equally strong uptick there? Because we do have some bit of a commentary that's coming in from these e-commerce platforms, whether like an Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, all of them are expecting good sales. What is your understanding on that as well?
So I think, as Praveen mentioned, there is sort of good sentiment from the consumer side to spend during this festive period, and they are spending across platforms, and that's reflecting in the e-commerce channels also. We estimate that during the 1 month starting from 7th of October to Diwali, somewhere around 81 to 85,000 crores of sales should happen on e-commerce, that's reflecting not only in metro but across throughout tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Actually, tier 1 to 3 should have account for almost 60% of these sales. So the sentiment is good, we are expecting sales across categories in smartphones, appliances, TV is a category. Fashion remains anyways a high volume category throughout the day. Overall, it's a good year for retailers, whether it's offline or online. And the other part which Praveen mentioned is the social commerce. Yes, the role of offline and shopping malls and local stores is increasing. We have seen a lot of our offline retail is revamped during this period. WhatsApp and social commerce to known stores is increasing. And that's something which will be reflected in this period also.
Well, Satish, if you see, compared to like the overall scenario, be it online, be it offline, which segments are seeming to do well? Is it garments or electronics? Which segments are performing better, or which segments are expected to perform better?
So I think one of the big segments in terms of the size of the spending is smartphone. That's the biggest category every year. Second one is consumer appliances, which is something which we have seen a massive sales during this period, especially in products like fridge, washing machine, TVs, because of the World Cup. A lot of TVs are being sold. The second, and fashion again remains the third biggest category in terms of spending, and followed by home and home decor. So these are some things which reflect not only on online, but same thing will be in the offline retail also.
Right. Praveen sir, I'm just going to come to you as well. Obviously during this time, what people focus on is also something like home remodeling. That's a big focus area. Apparels, that's a focus area as well. What are the trends this time that are shaping up here? And how is that spending actually shaping up? Are the discretionary side doing much better, or mass product is something that is holding on to good performances?
Well, let me just first correct Mr. Satish Meena. Very wrongly, we have been categorized as offline. We are certainly not offline, we are mainline. So offline is something very different. So my suggestion is let us not use the term offline. Let it be online and mainline. So we are the mainline retailers, and in spite of all big billion day sale and adopting predatory pricing, deep discounting, loss funding, the e-commerce landscape is merely 8%. It has grown only to 8% since last more than 10 years. So therefore, largely the nation is depending upon the mainline traders, because rest of 92% of the traders of the consumers are dependent upon the mainline traders for their needs, whether it is festival or it is wedding or it is any other thing. The trading community across the country is upbeat over this festive season, which has already been started from Raksha Bandhan. We have seen enormous rush in our commercial markets across the country. Therefore, I am particularly sure that various verticals, as they are being shown in your graph, we are going to make an impressive sales figures this festivity. And certainly after this festivity, we are preparing us for wedding season, which will be commencing from 23rd of November and which goes up to 15th of December, the first spell. So therefore, the coming days are very much important for the trading community across the country and to the companies as well, because through our supply channel, they would be able to greaterly infiltrate their product into the consumer's pocket. So therefore, the entire trading community is very much excited, and we have made enough preparations for having the sufficient stock to meet the demands of the consumers, and consumers are most welcome into the mainline business.
Well, thank you, Praveen, for giving us those details of how retailers are preparing for the upcoming festive season.